Drop it.
What's up, team?
What's up, team? How we doing?
How we doing?
Hopefully everybody in here is having as good of a day as we had this morning, man. I mean, whoo, what a day.
Oh,
what
yeah.
a freaking day.
What a day. What a day. Kelly France, this is one nice Aston Martin car. Yeah, remember that one? AMC. Afternoon, everyone. So, we just want to put it out there. Jason will be on STV's live stream at 1:35. Oh,
So
boy.
we're going to get the chance to talk to Jason a little bit.
Yes,
which is sweet.
yes. That's going to be epic. I'm totally trolling that stream.
You should come on. I'll just send you the link.
Right? I should. Yeah. It's a special occasion. Yeah. So, let's talk about today, man. What have you played? Where are you at? What's going on?
Chopping around a little bit. So market was just chopping. I nailed that coin on the way up. I showed you guys that one. There was a little bit of a sign of a reversal and a VWAP test, which I was using as my risk. Just kind of scaled into the VWAP and then boom. Really, really nice trade there. I think at one point it was up like 17, 18%, just using the stop loss strategy, slowly scaling out on the way up, just like taking nibbles off of contracts. And then you got that last, the knife candle that falls right down below the 48, stops me out in profit, and I'm done.
There you go. Love to see it. Love to see. If I remember right, Gabe owes Jason dinner to hear his story. Shit. I mean, I will get him the gold leaf steak.
The shaved gold?
Yeah, shaved gold. Yeah, man. Hell yeah. He deserves it.
He does deserve it.
All right. Guys, quick update on performance here. I'm trying to stay ahead of schedule again, trading ultra conservatively. Just for sake of proof of concept. Portfolio is green. Not as green as I'd like it to be. Although my SPY contract is still in fact red, but I'm not worried about it. Only down 4.78%, right? So for me, it's patience and discipline. It's all about discipline, right? So I'm good here. So we're up 0.21% on the port. We are still green. I am excited to go on this journey and just really show you guys, how slow and steady wins this race. Okay. And, just basically looking for those high probability plays to scalps. In between that time, the reason why my port is green is we had a high probability played with BABA. I also played a high probability with Tesla really, really quick, just to offset the stagnation that we're seeing with the SPY. So that's what allows me to have my portfolio green. It also drives home another point about allocation and position size, right? So as you guys know, I have a $10,000 portfolio, but I also have $6,658 of dry powder available to me today. So I haven't even gone through half of my port, and should things get crazy during the afternoon, right? I do have that dry powder to go have fun with it, right? So this is going to be fun. Let's do it, all right? You guys are going to follow along with me each and every day. We will turn these into videos. I'm not sure if these will be weekly recaps or daily recaps. Just got to check out my workflow and how that's done. But we're doing this for science. Right. If Jason can do it, and you guys can do it, honestly, right? And again, I'm not doing anything special, just showing discipline, right? Emotional restraint, and risk management. That's all this is.
Exactly. Lori's got a question about the stop loss strategy. Lori, we've talked about Baba a few times. When you're trading stocks with wider spreads like Baba, that's going to happen. So if your stop is at X level, you with a wider spread, you're essentially waiting for the ask to hit your stop, then it fills.
There you go.
So you just have to be careful with it, but that's something you have to know going in. So with Baba, the fills are going to be a little bit shitty. With something like the Spire Nvidia, it's going to be a lot tighter. So it just has to do with the spreads.
That's it. That's all it has to do with. The spreads. The spreads. Let's see. Anyone know what Jason started with? STV, do you know?
$8,000.
What?
$8,000.
My man.
Yep.
My man.
Mm-hmm. Jason started with $8,000. But I've seen some of the trades that he's taken and what he's done. So, I mean, he was like, I average like 2.5% a day. And I was like, it's ridiculous, man. I mean, the system works. You guys saw, this is the thing. The writing's on the wall. Trader Joe was up 14% last year. Our members are printing all the time. We have Jason that just became a millionaire. If you aren't considering your 2-week free trial to come join us at this point, I don't know what's going on inside your head.
We really don't know what's going on inside our head. Honestly, like we grind it out each and every day. We definitely put it all out there for you guys. All right. I mean, I don't think it, again, I mentioned in the last stream, I don't think it's anything to do with trust in us and trust in the system. I think it's more of you having trust in yourself. And I think, if 2023 is going to be your year, if you're saying new year, new me, well then, stop talking shit. Like, let's do it. Let's do it. This man has changed his life. He made that decision to change his life, right? As soon as you make that decision to change your life, guess what? You begin to manifest, the things that you say, what you put out in the world, to begin to manifest it, right? But you just need to take that first step. Let's go and check out MU. Oh, this could get fun.
Everything's starting to slip back to the downside here. It looks like we're probably going to chop around for a little bit. That's kind of what I see out of the market here. I mean, there was some solid opportunity earlier today, but it's really settled down.
Things have definitely settled down, and that's okay. That's okay. MU has obviously been bucking the trend all morning, right? So for it to settle down, hey, not a bad thing.
No, definitely not a bad thing. And again, guys, you got to be able to identify when the times are that make sense to trade and when not. Right now, not really anything going on. Gabe, should we throw up the phone number, do some call-ins?
You want to do that?
I love the call-ins. The call-ins are like almost my favorite part of the day.
You're really hoping you get some like tro that you get to just blast.
Yeah, but like either way, it's a win-win for me. It's like either I just get to like dance around logically on somebody, or we just get to talk to one of our members, help them out. Hear their success stories.
Yeah, get to hear some great stories. That's what I want to hear. Like Jason's. I will be on that live stream this afternoon. So that should be fun. All right. So what I am going to do is I am going to enable this number here. Oh, and before I do, I just want to put this out there, right? This number is only available to call me during a live stream. If you do not see the stream live, please do not call me at 11 o'clock at night saying, hey, I have a question. That's not cool. That is not cool at all. Rather disturbing. Okay. So let's rock and roll. Here we go. 978-545-1348. You're free to give the ring.
Yeah, they're trying to booty call you, Gabe.
What was that?
I said they're trying to booty call you at 11 at night. Hey,
oh,
Gabe,
man. Oh, man. I don't know, man. I mean, I've already shit shaved showered before bed, but still, I ain't giving it up.
You can't believe somebody called him at night. Oh, you should have heard. You should see what I do. I've been on Gabe's phone talking to people before. Like, fuck off. They call, I answer, and they're just like, "Who's this?" Like, fuck you mean, who's this? Why are you calling?
And the thing is, they're actually surprised I answered. I'm like, hey, we got our first call. This one is Toronto. Let's go. And you're live. Who are we speaking with?
That
Oh,
didn't go as planned.
okay.
Was it Kelly?
One more time. And you're live. Who are we speaking with?
Gabe, you got Kelly from Toronto. How you doing, man?
Kelly,
man,
what's up, buddy?
going on?
Hey, it's all good, guys, man. Nice. I just, obviously, first wanted to say, love you both. Happy New Year. That's number one. Greetings from Toronto. But I do have a quick question, and if you could, Gabe, maybe take me or us through your Baba scalp from this morning. I found that on the chart, and I looked at it, and I said, okay, this looks like one of those, reversal plays that we're always talking about. And I didn't take the trade because I didn't have the confidence to just hop in like you did. So would you be able to do that for us?
Sure, let's do it. This will be fun. Actually, I'm going to put the pressure on STV.
Right.
So you're asking me the question. I want to see if STV can see exactly what I'm seeing because this is all about STV's reversal here. So
I know what you did.
STV,
I know what you did.
this was all yours, buddy.
I would say you front ran it a little bit, but were you just playing off a level? Did you have a level up there?
I had a level at I had a blue pill line, and I had a level here at 105.28, which was the blue pill line. But what really gave me confidence was the break below.
Yeah. That's fine. I mean, you see you can easily see the histogram turned green on some of these knife candles. You see the RSI coming down below. Now, again, with those reversals, if you front run it a little bit, you actually keep tighter risk.
Yes.
So if you're getting in quick on that reversal and it can't necessarily get back above, your risk is day high and you're not that far away.
Nope.
So were you looking at it on the 1 minute too?
Yes.
I know I knew you like it on the 1 minute. So he was probably looking at it on the 1 minute. Once it confirms to the downside, let me see if I can throw this up here on the 1 minute.
All right, so let me show you what we saw here on the 1 minute.
Oh yeah, that first candle right down below the 13 on the 1 minute. Yeah, I'm guessing you were in right there. 10:56.
He got me. Hey,
Yeah,
Kelly, does this make sense?
Yeah, and guys, thanks for that. And I do like that you mentioned that you went over to the 1 minute and used that 13 as a key level. That's great. That's great.
Yes. So basically, again, came into the 1 minute. I saw the RSI break in the 1 minute, but also the 1 minute also gave me the clue when I saw light green on that histogram there. Okay. Yeah. So that's essentially how I played it. It was a very, very quick scalp. But again, within that 5 minute candle, I saw like, hey, 1 minute's a little hot here. You're hitting a level, and then boom, you get a break, and then we're coming in, right? And then it gets confirmed here. Beautiful. On the 5 minute. All is good. All systems go. So that's basically the breakdown. This is something, so I basically took STV's strategy, and I was like, STV, I want you to go ahead and look at the 1 minute as well, right? And we just built upon it, right? So that's why I said, guys, you want to sometimes go and look at the 1 minute to see what that 5 minute candle is doing, right? Because the 5 minute's going to print based on the 1 minute. You see, I'm not really too concerned with the 1 minute as far as like my trades go throughout the day, because I don't want to deal with I don't want to deal with the toxicity that's built in playing on the 1 minute time frame,
Right.
right? But when I have to make those split decisions, I'm taking the peak here and I'm saying, okay, yeah, we're good, right? So that's the breakdown, Kelly. I mean, does that make sense to you?
It does, and in fact, it kind of reinforces our STV's risk management video as well. You know, when we're using those indicators, not just on the 5, but even on the 1, when you're talking about that trade and where to enter and where to exit. So yeah, that does make sense. Actually, I think I'm going to have more confidence next time something like this happens. And so that the histogram doesn't necessarily have to be red when I take the reversal, right? Because obviously that would have taken a hell of a long time. But yeah, that's great info, man. I really appreciate that, guys.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be red. Yeah, I like to see at least a few like light green bars or light red bars on the histogram when it's starting to bend in the other direction. That's how I like to see it.
Yes.
Great.
Yes.
Awesome.
Awesome stuff.
Awesome.
Here.
Awesome. Okay. Well, thanks, boys. Appreciate it.
Oh,
Thank you,
man.
Kelly.
Thank you for calling in, man. You're always welcome.
All right, guys. Great talking to you. Have an awesome day.
All right, you too.
You too, Kelly.
And you guys just learned something.
This is where we want all of you guys to get to. Gabe was just like, oh, I took the Baba play. Where do you think I entered? And if I look at the chart, I'm like, here. We're looking at it the exact same way. This goes right along with everything that I put out for you guys in that video yesterday. It's the same approach every single time. Manage the risk the same. It's simple. How do you expect to have consistent results if you don't have a consistent process and approach?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I mean, never mind. I was going to go full on degen, but nah. We'll keep this educational. All right, the number's still up there, guys, if you want to give a ring.
Let's do it. Let's see. Yeah, the market's kind of gone to sleep. I mean, Baba's running back up, but
just a whole lot of sideways action. Like, yeah. I'm just waiting for somebody to just go YOLO. Just send us thing soaring.
Yeah, it's setting up. I mean, we've seen this so many times. It just depends on what the move's actually going to be. Is it going to, like, how big is if it reverses, it's like, how big is it actually, or how much is it actually going to reverse? That's the question.
Yeah. Well, then
and that's where, again, the video from yesterday comes into play. Trade it the same way every time, and it doesn't matter.
Does not matter whatsoever. It really, really doesn't. You know, I come from the school of thought that the longer the consolidation, the greater the move. Right.
Yep.
So
Bullard speaking at 130.
Yeah, the market is just hanging here. All right. Are we talking about the SPY? We are talking about the SPY as it stands right now. This is just absolute, watching paint dry here, right? It's absolutely boring, right? And that's fine. You know, you can see that there is a gradual convergence between the 13 and the 48. So let's see how this plays out, through the course of the day. The longer consolidation, the bigger the move, right? We don't know if it's up or down at this point, but we'll find out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I'm not really interested in doing much else today. Let's just see what happens. Again, it's simple. Keep it simple, guys. A lot of these people out there, you're never going to get rich following somebody else's alerts. Learn to fish. That's what we're here to teach you.
Exactly. Take a look at Apple. Let's do that.
I'm slipping a little, but it's right at the levels that it was at previously.
Yeah. And this is the beauty of getting more time on your contracts, guys. It's just you just get to have fun here, right? It's very calm trading, right? Just coming right back down to 126.15. We're good here, I think. Stephen Roberts says that NVIDIA looks like a textbook bull flag today.
That's a bear flag if you're looking at it like that, but I would not trade based on that.
Bear flag.
Remember the last time somebody said bull flag on Baba? Remember what happened after that? I think I hit like 50% on some puts. Careful with that,
Yep.
guys. The patterns,
Let's see. Let's see. Uh, let's see. Invictus is still calling them out. I love those Invictus Disneys. Lisa, how are you? Let's check out Disney here.
Let's see. Just wanted to check in and say I appreciate all you guys, Christopher. We appreciate each and every one of you guys too. Especially all the
Yes.
new people. We know it was probably a little bit of a step for you guys to actually come in with us, especially with all the nonsense. But I mean, we try to make it super easy for you. Shout out to all the new people that have came in with us. We've heard your stories about you guys being in other communities and just how just awful this whole trading space actually is. So we're happy that you guys have finally been able to find us. I mean, we know exactly like there's not one out there that I'm like, yeah, that's good. No. Anybody that's giving trade alerts of what they're doing, immediate no.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, okay, so let's apply this, just real world type shit, right? So I go ahead and I text STV, this is where I'm playing. This is where I'm going in, right? He happens to read that text 3 to 5 minutes late. That play's done,
Yep.
right? So the thing is here now is that if someone's saying, okay, someone's follow me trading, so they have to have made the trade or they would have to intend on making the trade. By the time that is communicated to the masses, you are already late, which puts you at a very big disadvantage. That's why we're all about actionable alerts, and that's why we call our alerts actionable, because you don't hear it from us. It's you're all getting it in real time. Looking at Disney here, seems to be respecting the 200 EMA as it has most of the day.
Disney?
Yes. So if you're in on this put play with Disney, you might want to go ahead and think about securing that bag.
Yeah, I mean, you've got a bunch of levels down around 90, 80. If you see it slip down to there, depending on when you got in and what your contracts are up, again, the stop loss strategy is there for you, man.
That's it. Since we're not sure which way the spy is going to go, but we know it's going to move, then could we not just play a straddle?
No. Straddles are buying and selling options so it's buying calls, selling puts at the same strike. What a lot of people mix up is straddle and strangle, and also you wouldn't want to do a strangle either, because what if price just like again, because you don't know if it's actually going to move. Like you're saying, we know it's going to move, but we don't know it's going to move. You never know what's about to happen next in the market. With strangles, you have to have a giant move in either direction for the play to actually play out.
Yes.
If it doesn't, both sides of it go to zero. What side are you using to see these charts? It's our platform. We're getting these charts from our platform. I mean, this is TradingView. Eventually, you guys are going to have your own charting. But these are our charts that we built for you guys that once you come in, get your free trials, you guys can have.
Let's take a look at Uber. Ooh. Uber's coming on down.
Is it?
Yeah.
Disney's slipping a little bit there. Nothing crazy.
Nothing crazy. Again, guys, that put on Uber. You come into Uber, you have the 200 EMA.
Is that Invictus? Nice.
Jeez. We do have that 200 EMA. So this is not the exception to the rule, guys. The 200 EMA absolutely must 100% of the time be respected, right? If the RSI is telling you like, hey, yeah, we still have a little bit more momentum to the downside, be mindful of RSI flickering around and pivoting up, okay? But I would say, there you go. It's just, now the next question is, do we bounce from here? I wouldn't chance that.
On Uber?
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't either. I mean, again, that's the scale out point.
Yep.
And it's not just the 200 EMA. Look at the 2 levels printed before it. Like you can see it. Like if you're looking at Uber, it's 2571. You can see those 2 levels there.
Oh yes, there you go. Let's put that there for you. Ooh, okay. Yeah, not interested. Let's see. Nike.
Let's see.
Nike's a little too flat for my taste. And also, the MACD is showing weakness to the bear side. So, this put gives you a little more than you deserve. I don't know. It's hard to tell on this one.
If you're green on the day over 1%, you should go somewhere else. Like just go do something else.
Yeah, why not? It's fun. It's fun to do other things.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. The spy call is it actually broke. I came back up to neutral, so I'm just like a-okay. You guys will see at the end of the day. I got something pretty gnarly to show you.
You got something cooking?
Ooh, absolutely.
There you go.
Gio says, "I wish down 10% on a day. How
Should never
are
be
you
down 10% on the day.
Yeah, how, Gio?
That's 10 trades in a row with a 10% stop.
Wait, Gio. 10% on the day with the spy on your play, or 10% on your port? I'm really curious. Port?
How did that happen, Gio?
Gio, how that happen? How that happened?
No. You can't just say a stock. Like that's the stock is not the reason why you're down 10%.
Gio wants to call.
Yeah, call in.
Yes, please. Please do.
Let's see. Yeah, it doesn't make sense to be down that much.
No way in hell.
Brian says ES printing all day. Nice.
All right, we got George.
Here we go.
All right, George. Please give me the excuse that you were in a play, but then like your wife said, "Hey, I want some," and you got distracted, and you just forgot about the play. That is probably the only excuse that I'm gonna let you have. That's gonna fly, because 10%.
No, no, that's not what happened. And it gets me all the fucking time. I told my coworker, he was with me. I got, look, all right, watching Apple I'm in Central Time, so my time is 10:05.
Yeah.
And so I'm there watching it, and it's going up. And I told my coworkers that, I'm going to wait for this thing to drop, let it retest the 200 or test the 13 to see if it's going to go back up into that call again. But then it drops. It's like, okay, it's going back up. Let me get back into it. So I got into it, and next thing you know, the fucking thing just reversed and came all the way down. My problem was that I didn't use my stop loss and my risk management to get me out of the play quick enough. That's when my boss came in and started talking like son of a bitch.
This is why I sound like a broken record telling you guys to watch those videos.
Yeah.
This situation right here.
I think I'm gonna mute myself.
You can't do that. Like this is the thing that people don't realize. It's there's like two things you can't do in trading. One, be a strategy whore and jump around. But we all know that right now. We're using 1348, very simple stuff. But what you also can't do is do things like this, where you just let trades get out of hand. If it goes below, you have to define your risk before you get into the trade. This is what we've been saying. If you guys have to write it down on a piece of paper or actually set a stop, right, that's what you should do. You have to make sure that your risk is defined before you enter. And you have to, and the thing is that even if you define your risk before you enter, you have to stick to it. And that's where the discipline part comes in, the mindset of a profitable trader.
Yeah. Also, were you playing tomorrow's expiration?
Oh hell no. I don't play tomorrow's expiration. I play next week's expiration on the Friday.
Okay. All right.
But what I try to look at the 5 minute and the 1 minute so I can get a good entry in, but I'm not always getting that entry, or I get too excited and I just jump right into the trade, and it kind of like fucks me over. I know at one time you said, I got in when it was too hot. And one of my plays, I think it was like last month. And I guess I did the same thing today, but it was just inverted. Instead of it was going on the put side, it was more on the call side, and I did the exact same mistake. But that's another thing. I was trying to get into the entries, because I'm always getting in right towards the end, not when the RSI is cooling down or where things are actually coming back to retest and coming back up.
Yeah, it's a risk management game. Like I've been saying this for like the last month. It's not a game of strategy. We know the strategy works. It comes down to how well are you able to manage risk. So what I would say is go back, watch those 2 videos, and size down probably, and then make sure that you build that foundation of implementing risk management.
Yes.
Because that's the most important thing. If you fail to manage risk, you're gonna fail.
Yes. I think for me mentally, especially if I see I'm down a sizable percentage, I tend to rely on the RSI in this situation, right? So you got the run up. You also had a level here, right? You said 10:05?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's he's Central Time though, so it's 11:05.
So 11:05. Okay. So
right there.
Right here.
No, more to your left.
Right here.
It's at that 197. More.
We're going over one more right here?
No, that's further back. Further back.
That's 11:05 though.
More to your left.
Oh, 11:05.
Right I'm at 10:05 by Central Time. You guys are way at a different time.
Oh, so maybe it is 11.
More.
It is 11. Maybe. I mean, Central Time would put us at 11:05. Unless you're unless it's actually 10:05. But
okay.
Yeah. Go back to 10:05 and I'll tell you if it's that one. It has to be that one. No. Go to 10:05 your time.
Right here.
No, the other side. More to your go 1 more hour before that.
10:05. Let's try 10:05 then, Gabe.
Try 10:05?
Yeah.
Here. This candle?
No, it's not that one. No, that one right there. Yep.
This one. Where it was originally.
Yeah. Okay.
Where it was originally. Okay.
Yeah, so this, okay. Is that where you bought?
Is that where you bought?
Yes.
That's a no-no.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big no-no. Look at the distance between that and the next level down, the 200.
Yeah.
It's a
you see, and that you see that's where I'm getting at.
Right, yeah, so you can't do that.
Yeah.
That was just a chase. That's really what it was.
Yeah.
And then if you held it through the level coming down, then that becomes an even worse problem.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Okay.
But but
Um,
but how was that though? I mean, because
How's what?
I was waiting for the cross, and then because I was waiting for the cross, but then I was like, okay, did I just not give enough time for it to breathe, or oh,
Yeah, look at how much prices already moved. It goes from what is that 125.32 to 127.77. It's a $2. It's an over
mm-hmm.
$2 move that Apple's just made. It has to cool down. That's ripping right there. Like the buyers are not going to be able to continue to withstand that move. So the smart thing to do there is, this would be a losing trade, but it's how you manage your losers. If you look at that on the 5 minute and say, okay, I'm going to enter on the retest of the 200 to see if it's going to come back up, but my risk level is the 200. If it gets a closing candle back down below, you can see that the loss is very minimal.
right? So
So sometimes the trades are
whenever I
just going
do
to
see
lose.
those, so another time, so just for the future, that way, because I'm over here making notes, and I make notes every day whenever I'm winning and my losing. So on something like this, whenever I see those bullish candles going up to that candle where I entered, should I just wait, even though for potential cross for it to come down and retest the 13 or the 200 to see what's going to do afterwards?
Yes, because you have to know
Okay.
where the risk is. If it just continued ripping, you have to think about it like this. The situation that we saw play out today is more likely to happen than it continuing to rip. So if you hit one of those once, you're going to think that that's more likely to happen. Just human psychology. It's like, okay, well, if you buy it there and it continues to go nuts, you're going to think, okay, the next time that I see this, I'm going to buy it again. And then it knifes on you. You're like, well, worked the first time. I'm going to keep doing it.
yeah.
So it doesn't, you
Right.
have to,
And that's
entering around those levels and making sure that you know where your risk is going to help you out a lot more. Like, that's why we say, like, it's not just the cross. It's a lot more than that.
Yeah, help you out here.
oh, okay. I see.
Yeah. So we're gonna go. You see this candle here, right? So I think this is also a great highlight of the 1 minute here on this entry. It's somewhere on this candle within that 5 minute, but I'm assuming he chased here. It's at or about here, this candle. And in this chase, the 1 minute is literally showing you like, hey, we're below its moving average. We're already green here, right? So when you are uncertain about the play, right, or you're wondering like, should I enter, and you feel chasey, go to the 1 minute. The 1 minute's gonna humble you really, really quick.
Mhm.
The 1 minute will humble you very, very quickly. Okay. So in this situation, you had that monster move. Now it's time to go ahead and look at the 1 minute, because the 1 minute's going to influence pretty much this doji here, right? And then now you got that move to the downside. So you go back to the 1 minute there at on that time right here. It was all printed out for you at that point, right? You had the RSI breaking below its moving average. Now moving average is violently coming down, and you've lost momentum here. You see this ginormous mound here, and then it just lost steam. So, guys, if you ever feel chasey, please just go to the 1 minute. It's going to paint a very fine image for you where you know, like, okay, this is not what I should do.
Right.
And
You see, 'cause that's what I tried doing. I tried comparing the 5 and the 1. I have them side by side so I can monitor it or try to track it. And most of my trades I've had have been successful because of the 1 minute, especially like on the re-entries. But at the same time, when I look at it, it's like, fuck, this one I saw like, okay, it's going to be going in. I saw it come down on that one, on the 5 minute, like, okay, it's retesting. I'm going to try it again. I guess it never failed and finally it failed somewhere close to the what 3/4 of it, the candle, and then afterwards everything just started going down.
okay. Again, I think this is, it just falls back into risk management, right? You hit your stop. I mean, 10% on the port. Now I have to ask you, how many contracts did you have?
Just one.
Okay. Okay. And how far down did you let it go?
How far down? Oh man, I think right up to the 200. Afterwards, once it broke, once I saw that it had a closing candle underneath 200, I said, "Nah, I'm not gonna risk it. I'm not gonna continue." I was trying to play like all the other rules. Wait for a closing candle underneath. If you're gonna jump into a put or into a call. Once I saw it print red, it's like I'm out. I'm not gonna wait any longer. I'm not gonna do anything after that.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
What percentage was it
At least
down?
I did something right.
Yeah. Well, what percentage was it down?
At that point, I want to say it was around 9, and then 8, 9, and then afterwards it was just like, you know what? I guess when I closed it, it just closed it out at 10. I was like, oh, okay, that's fine.
Yeah,
wait. So the
that's not that
play's
bad.
down 10%. Your port isn't. Then your port would be down 1%.
No. My port is down 10%. That's my overall port.
How?
Just on that one play.
Yeah, but if the trade, did you
just
full
on that one
port
play.
it?
You
traded with you did. You can't do that.
You full port it?
What do you mean full port it? What is that?
You used
No. I didn't put my full port in there. My P&L it says 10%. It's like I lost like $60.
Okay.
That's the math doesn't make sense. Because if you cut the trade,
when I look at my P&L on Webull,
so you cut the trade.
Yeah, when I look at my Webull. Well, that's what I'm guessing, because when I look at my portfolio on the Webull, it says my P&L is negative 10%.
I don't know what's going on there, but unless you full ported and put your entire capital into that one trade, that's impossible. Unless you held something overnight or there were some other trades going on that got you.
Oh, no. I try to cut all that stupid shit, like 0 days. I try to cut, I have never done an overnight. That's one thing I will not do.
Okay.
But I do have a small account. So that's why it's like, okay, I need to, when I pick my days, I have to pick them my plays, I need to be real picky with them.
Okay. So I have to ask you, is your account somewhere 0 to 500? Is that where we're at? Somewhere in there?
About 700.
Okay. Now that makes more sense. Okay.
Yeah, I'll be there.
STV, what do you think? Do you think that contract was just too big for the port?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
That's a part of risk management too. Position sizing, knowing where your trades are incorrect on the chart. I would say you have to be doing those 10% portfolio allocations. Like anything above that is too much.
Yeah.
You got to be there or below.
Yeah. I'm 500% subscribed to that. Right. If you need smaller plays, you can lean on the community. What do we have? I know it's gonna sound fucked up, but AMC's super cheap.
Yep.
And
damn.
The Neos are super cheap. Those type of things. They're super cheap. So I think again, TQQQ super cheap. Oh, look at this pop. That's interesting. AMP's cheap. Ask questions, lean on the community. The community, there's variable size portfolios in the community. And, you could just ask around, like people are bringing up the TQQQs. You got the VZs,
AT&T.
Ford. Yeah.
Nike. I don't like Nike with the spreads.
Nike with the spread, yeah. Yeah. Nike with that spread.
Okay.
But again, I would say go back and watch those watch that risk management video and the stop loss strategy video, because those are the keys. I know the system and the strategy. what's going to separate you from having success and not is risk management and discipline.
Yes.
Yep, I agree.
Yes. All right, man. Well, thanks for calling in, man. You know, just a 10% allocation. Keep it small. Slow and steady wins this race. You know, and that's what I'm trying to prove you guys as well. You know, with this portfolios, I mean, everything is relative. You know, I'm not playing any more than 10% of what my portfolio allows, et cetera, et cetera. So, again, lean on the community, man. You know, and then you're gonna be a-okay. You're gonna be a-okay.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna give up. I'm still gonna try. I'm gonna continue with the system and just continue going from there.
It's
learn something new today.
That's what's going to separate everybody. It's risk management. How well are you able to manage the risk in your trades?
There you go. That's it.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate your time.
Hey, thanks
Thank
a lot.
you, man, for calling in.
Thanks for calling in.
All right, bye.
All right, you got 8 minutes to your stream.
Yep.
All right. That spy pop. Ooh, love it. Love it. Just
That was a
boom.
big boom.
All right, guys. You know what time it is. Head on over to that man's channel. Wait, yeah, there you go. That guy's channel. Right? And let's go make some money.
Let's do it. I think we're going to get Jason on for a bit too, so we get to hear from him. Made $1 million.
Perfect. All right, guys.